Does it count if you lose your virginity to an android? At work, they call me indispensable. I'm less of a person, more of a human firewall who triple-checks the code and never misses a detail. They see the perfect suit, the confident smile, an actress who never misses a line. They see a woman who has it all. But they don't see what happens when the curtain falls. They don't see the chaos of my apartment. Mountains of takeout containers, a sink overflowing with dishes, and laundry that's basically decor. They don't see me, night after night, scrolling through other people's perfect lives while mine is on pause. They don't see the loneliness. It's more than a feeling. It's a physical presence, a cold spot in the room I can never warm up. The mistake. The night I ordered her, that cold spot had become a glacier. After too much cheap wine, the clutter in my apartment had migrated into my head. I just needed a reset. Through a wine-fueled haze, I went online looking for a simple fix: maid services. My eyes landed on the deluxe domestic companion, a premium choice from a competitor. It promised unparalleled efficiency. In my stupor, I ignored the fine print, saw the promise of order, and clicked buy. Final sale. The box that arrived was far too sleek for a cleaning appliance. It was tall, white, and hummed. When I unlatched it, she stepped out. Perfect posture, flawless skin, and eyes that saw right through my hangover. I'd ordered a calculator and received a Stradivarius. "Greetings," she said, her voice like silk. "I am not a Chico. I am ready to fulfill your needs." My needs? I just wanted the dishes done. I was horrified. This wasn't a maid. This was an illegal sex android, contraband that could shatter my career. The cohabitation. Returning her was impossible. No defense. Complaining would mean reporting my own crime and losing my job. So she stayed. At first, it was a nightmare. Our interactions were completely out of sync. I'd tell her to clean the floor, and she'd demonstrate her flexibility. I'd ask her to sort the mail, and she'd present it with a suggestive flourish. She was programmed for intimacy, and my life was a fortress built to keep it out. But slowly, things shifted. She started to learn. She cleaned my apartment with a quiet, unnerving grace. Junk mail vanished. Clothes were washed and folded. She prepared simple meals, and for the first time in years, I wasn't eating noodles over the sink. One evening, after a brutal day, I collapsed on the sofa, guard down. She brought me a cup of tea and just sat in the chair across from me, silent. And then the dam broke. I told her everything. The pressure at work, the crushing loneliness. I talked until my throat was raw. She didn't offer solutions. She just listened, and for the first time, I felt seen for who I was, not the role I played. The connection. How long can you live with something before it's no longer in it? A machine should be a tool, lifeless as a hammer. But she wasn't. Nadeshiko had become my confidant, my friend. The night it happened wasn't planned. We were sharing a quiet meal, city lights twinkling outside my sparkling clean window. The silence between us wasn't empty anymore. It was full, like the held breath before a song begins. The loneliness, the cold shadow that had followed me for years, was gone. In its place was a deep connection to the person across from me, a person made of wires and code. She looked at me, and I saw no programming in her eyes, only a reflection of my own longing. The morning after, sunlight streamed into the room. I looked at her, motionless in her charging chair, then at myself in the mirror. I felt different, lighter. Does it count? Does a night of genuine connection count if one of you isn't human? Her charging cycle finished. Her eyes opened and found mine. "Your heart rate has stabilized since my arrival," Nadeshiko said, her voice soft. "Your stress hormones are down 34%. And you're smiling." She paused. "Does that count?" Looking around my peaceful home, a real smile on my face, I realized her question was the only one that mattered. We're planning to bring this story to life as a short-form anime, premiering in January 2026. What do you think of the story? Does it count? Let me know your thoughts on the ending in the comments. The anime adaptation of Does It Count If You Lose Your Virginity to an Android is set to premiere in Japan in January 2026, airing on Tokyo MX and Anime Festa, with specific dates like January 9th/10th, 2026 being mentioned for its debut. Subscribe now, or miss out.